Since before dawn this morning, Wandsworth Prison has been run by police officers rather than prison officers. The first time that's ever happened, despite years of industrial conflict in Britain's jails. The police were moved in after prison officers walked out in a dispute over new shift patterns and manning levels. Although relations between prison and police officer remained cordial today, the jailers were quick to claim that putting the police in charge of some of Britain's most dangerous criminals, men they put behind bars in the first place, was downright dangerous.
We are the experts, the police are not. The inmates view police, I would venture to suggest to you, as the enemy. It would seem to me an act of crass stupidity to send in to run a prison the very people that the inmates think have put them there.
The police agree that the situation is far from ideal. Senior officers said frankly that they would much prefer not to be at Wandsworth Prison at all, but they had no alternative.
There aren't any options. When the staff leave an establishment with insufficient people to handle it, there are no choices. You cannot leave that any size of prison without adequate support, not least of all for the people who live outside the prison. So whilst it's an unfortunate situation, it's one in which we have absolutely no choice.
Commander Metcalfe said there had been no serious disorder among the inmates, but this morning there was a fire outside D Block, which houses top security prisoners, and last night a prison governor was assaulted, though he wasn't hurt seriously. This afternoon a prisoner was injured so badly in a fight that he had to be taken to hospital. Soon the prisoners were making their voice heard, and there was some surprising support among them for the prison officers. Visitors described the atmosphere as very tense and very inefficient.
But there was no checking of the bags, searches.
I offered myself to be searched as I went through the door like that, and the bloke says, "Oh, we're not doing searches today, we suspended the searches for today." And I could have had drugs in my pocket, you know. But
what does your husband think is going to happen? He thinks it's going to take one spark and there'll be riots.
There's been a lot of verbal abuse directed at us. The prisoners feel that I think we're the ones that are responsible for putting them there, and now we're keeping them there as well. I think they're resentful.
Can you describe some of the problems that you've had?
Yes, I think an egg was thrown at one of my colleagues in the kitchen, and one of the prisoners, on seeing it was police officers guarding him when he woke up, threw a light bulb out of his cell.
The Home Office say the police will stay until the prison officers return to work, however long that takes. The most tense time in Britain's overcrowded jails is at night. The next few hours will be a true test of how well the police can play jailer. Paul Larsman, Thames News.